The Frozen Commando. The first shot barely missed his head. The second one wasn't as polite. It ripped through his big toe, exploding it into something that looked like a chewed-up meatball. And the third shot? Well, that one was too late because by then, the guy they were aiming at was already diving into the ice-cold Arctic waters like a goddamn lunatic. The Nazi soldiers rushed to the shoreline, rifles at the ready, scanning the icy waves for a body. But there was nothing, just silence, just the Arctic wind, the cold, and the realization that they had just lost a dead man into the frozen sea. Or at least, that's what they thought, because the guy who had just jumped into the North Sea wasn't about to die. He wasn't about to surrender, and he sure as hell wasn't about to let a bunch of Nazis be the ones who wrote his final chapter. No. This man was about to pull off one of the craziest escapes in military history. His name? Jan Balsrud. And if you think your Monday at the office is tough, buddy, wait till you hear what this bad motherfucker went through. Spoiler alert. It was a mission that went to hell, a frozen hell. Now let's back up a second. Let me set the scene for you fine folks. It's 1943 and World War II is in full swing. The Nazis, they own Norway. Full occupation. The Allies, they're pissed about it. So they send a team of Norwegian commandos, badass dudes tough as nails, to sneak back into their homeland and blow up a Nazi air control tower. Classic sabotage mission. Go in, make a mess, get out. Easy, right? Wrong. Because before they even get a chance to land, a Nazi patrol spots them. And just like that, their entire operation goes straight to hell. They barely make it to shore before getting pinned down by machine gun fire. It's chaos. People are getting shot, captured, and straight up executed. Balsrud, he runs. And by runs, I mean he bolts across the Arctic tundra in the middle of winter with no supplies, one shoe, and a bullet hole where his big toe used to be. I don't know if you've ever lost a toe before, but let me tell you something. It hurts like a son of a bitch. But Balsrud, he didn't have time for pain because the Nazis weren't done looking for him. Now, I don't know if you've ever tried running through knee-deep snow while being hunted by a bunch of Nazis, but let me tell you, it's not easy. Especially when you're in the freaking Arctic. We're talking -degree temperatures, howling winds, ice that could snap your ankle in half just for fun. And yet somehow, this lunatic keeps going. He swims across a fjord. Yeah, a fjord. That's ice water. The kind of water that kills you in minutes if you're not built like a goddamn Viking or trained to be a savage soldier. And Balsrud, he crawls out of the water and keeps running for 9 weeks. Let me say that again. 9 goddamn weeks. No food, no shelter, just pure freaking willpower. Now, at this point, Balsrud is so frostbitten, he can barely move. His feet, frozen solid. His body, a walking icicle. And if you think frostbite is just some cute little cold weather problem, let me explain something to you. Frostbite is when your skin freezes solid, not just cold, frozen, as in, oh hey, my toes just turned black and died, frozen. And Balsrud? He knew exactly what that meant. He was going to lose his feet, so what does he do? He amputates his own toes, yeah, with a knife, by himself. And I don't mean in a nice clean hospital with painkillers and doctors. No, no, no. He did it in a snow cave, with no anesthesia. You ever stub your toe on a coffee table? Hurts like hell, right? Now imagine sawing it off with a rusty blade. And yet, somehow, this insane Norwegian commando refuses to die. And after 9 weeks of Arctic survival, he finally makes it to neutral Sweden, where he's taken in, patched up, and smuggled back to safety. He survived. And not only did he survive, he went back. That's right. After everything, after frostbite, amputation, drowning, and being hunted for 2 months, he returned to the front line to fight the Nazis. Because you know what? Some people just don't know how to quit. Some people are just built different. Now let's get real for a second. I don't know what you're dealing with right now. Maybe work sucks. Maybe your car broke down. Maybe your kids or spouse pissed you off. Maybe your Wi-Fi is running slow and your Starbucks order got messed up. But before you start feeling too sorry for yourself, ask yourself this. Are you crawling through the Arctic with a bullet in your foot and no toes left? Because if Balsrud could swim across a fjord, cut off his own toes, and outrun the entire Nazi army in the middle of a Norwegian blizzard, what the hell is stopping you? Tough times? Sure. Obstacles? Of course. But let me tell you something. You're not finished. You might be tired. You might be hurting. But you sure as hell ain't done yet. So get up. Keep going. Because if the Norwegian commando could do all that insanely badass shit, you sure as hell can handle whatever the hell this bitch-ass Monday throws at you. And that, my friends, is your Monday morning motivation.